Hello and welcome to License Handy Tips Behind the Scenes. I want you to hear this brief interaction between me and this gentleman, just to give you some high-level overview. The gentleman has a learner's license. He obtained it back in 2021. This gentleman went to driving school, and this gentleman unfortunately failed his driver's license test. Right? And his learner's license is going to expire right now in August, and currently we're in May. So all of that, I want you to hear our interaction from ground up. So normally this topic right now, I decided to move it to whose fault was it, because of that element of he failed his driver's license. So normally this topic is for those who have unfortunately failed their learner's or driver's license. However way they failed, I just want to know how, because then I believe other people could also learn, from what happened to them and how they rectified those mistakes, So normally when I speak to people and ask, do you have a driver's license? Then I know automatically in my head that this interaction is going to go into a topic called no license, why is that? But I decided to move it to whose fault was it. So I want you to listen briefly to this interaction.
I think maybe the errors that I did was my observations, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, my observations and stuff. So you have to get less than 20 points.
For the yard. It's actually 50.
It's 50.
Yeah.
So I was short. I was over.
If you are over, then you fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that guy decided to do something. Yeah, you don't have a cold drink so that we can go out. So I didn't know anything about like those points. My instructor didn't tell me before. This is how the points work and stuff. So yeah.
So did you go to driving school?
Afterwards?
Yes. All right. So I want you to get hold of this app. Currently it's on Google Play Store. Just search for License Handy Tips, and soon in a few weeks it's gonna be on Apple Store, right? So a couple of things here. Indeed, this is the definition of License Handy Tips. The idea is that before you even think of going to get your driver's license, I want you to stop by here on this platform. I want you to hear how these people went about their driver's license. Do you understand? From those that do not have to those that attempted to have, all the way to those that eventually got their driver's license, right? Because their journey and story is unique. So is this gentleman. This gentleman, I wonder how much information did he have, before he went for driver's test. And then this begs the question of one thing. In fact, I'll tell you that this inspired a new topic. I'll tell you more about it in a brief. So he went to driving school. He said, I didn't know about the points and how the system works when it comes to the points, right? So I'm wondering, wasn't this part of information that your driving instructor tells you from the driving school? Assuming that's what we are paying for, right? So the topic that was inspired out of this interaction, it's called driving lessons. Meaning that if you go for one lesson, they do encourage you can come for 1 or 3 lessons or 5 lessons or 10 lessons or 20 lessons. So now my question is, what is the syllabus of those lessons? What is it that you would know that at the end of the day, each day, this is what you would have accomplished? Because the system of the points, the system of the observations, and if you don't properly observe, this how many points would that be? People don't know how that works until a traffic official instructor is sitting next to you and you're doing all kinds of mistakes. Because when I failed the second time, the first time I failed because of the steep, I failed within 7 minutes. Poor me. The second time when I failed, it was observations. So my points also went beyond 50. Mine, I think, was 65. And we could not even go out of the yard because of the observations. I don't think really someone taught me the system of observation and the points, that if you don't properly observe, they're going to show you flames. So I'm concerned about the driving schools and their syllabus, their content. When you go to university, right, you do get some sort of a manual that shows the syllabus, that this week we're going to teach you this, at this time or within this time we're going to teach you this. What about the driving schools? Like I told you, I'm one person who decided to go this route to question the norm. It never crossed my mind, this thing of the syllabus. What exactly are you going to be taught if you go for 3 lessons? What exactly are you going to be taught if you're going to go for 5 lessons? What exactly are you going to be taught if you go all the way 20 lessons? And this becomes a crucial thing that hits you or causes you to fail. And by the way, the traffic official asked, don't you have a cold drink and maybe you'll go out? So it begs the question that if you pay all this much money to driving school, what on earth are they actually teaching you? Until next time, like I said, the content is varam.